a graduate assistant at Michigan Tech after playing basketball for them this season. Coached for 5 seasons as an assistant underneath Kim Cameron, so the connections in this game are a big factor.
And you know, that's pretty much all the time we have. It's going to be interesting to see how Michigan Tech can perform in this one.
Yeah, I'm saying it there. Welcome to the Breslin Center as Michigan State Spartans, they're taking on the Michigan Tech Huskies. What you didn't see is that Halleck went in, she got fouled, and she's going to get 2 shots right here. Halleck, an NCAA honorable mention from Ohio State. She was a transfer just a little while ago as she gets 2 of them to fall. Michigan State's offense is going to be deadly tonight. Michigan State working in that pressure up front. They're going to fall back to a man once the ball gets past half court. Michigan State, one of the most potent defenses over in the NCAA. They're going to try to keep it going here. Michigan Tech coming in from the UP as there's a little reverse around, no good. Michigan State back on offense.
Yeah, Michigan State's defense is really, really lethal if they stay consistent with it.
Rashadna Jones, one of the transfers coming in, she was a Big Ten Freshman of the Year from Purdue, gets denied there. Almost taken away. To the top of the key, left, right, up, and it is no good. Clanks off the rim. Here goes Michigan State again. That's Theron Halleck is bringing it up the court. She drives in, up and one.
What a critical play. Putting Theron Halleck on the line again for Michigan State. Really good free throws.
Last year she made 73% of her 3 shots, making 13 points per game. On in for Michigan Tech is Danny. Michigan Tech, a D2 school, in an exhibition as the second shot is able to go. 5-0 in favor of Michigan State, just barely into this game. Michigan State with great pressure. Michigan Tech having a hard time bringing it out. Down the court is Noosa. She gets double team at the free throw line. Is just able to get it up past it. They're going to say it is a violation. Michigan State's basketball had to set the feet, kept them moving. Yeah, a little pump step right there wasn't anything good. That's a traveling violation. Michigan State gives it to Dykstra as she dribbles around. Rashada Jones going in again. Triple team by Spartans, out for a 3. It's good. Theron Halleck making her name known so far.
Theron Halleck was 3rd on the team in scoring last season, averaging 29% from the 3%. For the 3.
Michigan State gets the ball back yet again. Over to the top, Michigan State looking to set up the offense here. Driving in, what a move, little Euro stuff, up and good after it rolls around. Timeout, Michigan Tech.
8 of those 10, but take a look at the starting lineup for Michigan Tech. You have Y-Pitch, Ella Mason, Torminen, Standfest, who we touched on the open, and Zenkowski.
Michigan Tech returning 10 of their players from last year, about the complete opposite from Michigan State, who's seeing 7 new faces out on the court tonight. Directing the defense, passed over to the corner. They're going to try to get it low. That's what they love to do. They're able to get it to their post player, Torminen, as she dribbles around, puts it up, and no good, just off the left. Michigan State still staying dominant. 7 minutes, 30 seconds left to go. They're up by 10. Over to the top, that's Dykstra again for 3. Just clanks off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Blair. Blair with pressure in her face, just kicks it out to the side. As it's passed to the middle, stolen away from Grace Van Sluten, one of the key members that we stated earlier in this broadcast. New setting up the offense here, dribbles around to the right-hand side, taken away by Halleck. Down she goes, gives it to Blair, 2 more for her.
Yeah, Kennedy Blair has been very, very helpful on that court tonight for Michigan State's offense.
Kenny Blair with 4 points already. What a great pass on that transfer. Passing up a good shot for a great one. 12-0 in favor of Michigan State, ranked number 23 in the nation. Looking over at our new recruits for Michigan State, they see a few.
Yeah, and take a look there, and Halleck just passes it off. There goes Blair with a layup. Very, very critical moment. Really good to just continuing to build on these points. While it's 12-0, Michigan Tech can find their group. I mean, they are a D2 team playing a D1.
Van Sluten gets it denied. Great block there by the Michigan Tech player. You don't see that a lot from the 6'3" senior of Grace Van Sluten, the forward. She's one of the captains on this team.
Grace Van Sluten led in the scoring, but take a look at that. Just absolutely denied by that play. This does not happen often with Van Sluten.
Ella Mason's also only a 5'7" guard. Guarding Van Sluten is going to be a hard matchup for her. She's doing it again. Van Sluten dribbles around, finds her man down on the block, just out. Alexander's not able to put it in the basket. They're going to say it's a foul on the Huskies. Alexander's going to get 2 shots here.
Yeah, really good for Michigan State to keep building on these points, but.
Great pass over to the block. Alexander's going to take 2 here. First one rattles off the rim. She shoots about 50% from free throws, so the statistics say she's going to make this one. And she does. Michigan State pulls ahead 0-13. Up by 13 is Michigan State. Michigan Tech yet to score a point. Down to the drive, off the glass and no good. Here comes Michigan State yet again. Racing down the floor is Van Sluten. Gives it back to Alexander in the post. She has a one-on-one, takes a jump off the front of the rim. She gets it right on back. Over to Van Sluten, who gets her first points of the day.
Grace Van Sluten, career high of 480 points last season. Builds on top of that. Like I was saying earlier, team leader last season, 15.5 points average per game.
Maxwell finds Noose at the top. Pass over to the side. Right back up to the top for Wypich. She's going to dribble in, gets double teamed, a little hook up and over, not able to hit the rim. Michigan Tech not getting any good shots off of yet. Still looking for their first points. Back again to Alexander. She gets her rebound yet again, and now that one goes in.
Yeah, Alexander, it's really good to see her back on the court. She missed a lot of the season because of an ACL injury, so it's really nice to have her back. She's being really key to the Michigan State offense this game.
Alexander, the 6'3" senior, as the ball is passed over to the wing. You're not going to see a lot of threes, but here we do from Michigan Tech. Rattles off the rim. Michigan Tech doesn't shoot a lot of threes when they get the ball. They mostly like to look into the interior players. It's going to be hard to do today against Van Sluten and company. Van Sluten with the ball here, drives in, gets fouled, 2 shots here.
Drawing the fouls is going to definitely be something that Michigan State wants to work on doing as they get further into their conference play, because they have a lot of good free throw shooters, and we see a lot of them making it over about 50%, and it's really impressive to see a team with a newer roster and a lot of transfers to continue that momentum.
Van Sluten won a gold medal in the FIBA Gold Cup for Toledo, for USA. She is a native of Toledo, Ohio. Really great footwork on that offensive glass, and that's why she was voted All-10 second team, as well as the NCAA second team. And this season, she has a preseason All-Big Ten mention.
Grace Van Sluten recorded 2 back-to-back double-doubles last season. Her second one was in the NC State game in the second round of the NCAA tournament.
Michigan State still pressing hard, even though they're up 18. Maxwell surveying the off defense, passes over to the corner, dribbles in. Over to the corner, dribbles in, almost finds a shooter in Tormund. She is only 6'5", up against the Van Sluten, and she's doing a great job trying to dig into the post there. That's going to be where Michigan Tech's going to be able to get their points.
Van Sluten has a lot of height. It's going to be hard to get around her, but if you can find that one move to get around her, you can definitely get in.
Maxwell to insert the ball. Finds it on the corner. Dribble down to the center. Michigan State loves to play help defense. She's going to get a look at the basket. It's going to be wide off. Over to Kimball. Passing it around. Michigan State loves setting up an offense and setting screens in order to find open shots. Kimball driving in. Had a great look if she was able to hold on to the ball. Just bodies her defender, Stanfest.
Definitely a very fast-paced game today. Michigan Tech has been putting Michigan State to work, but Michigan State clearly has shown a lot of dominance in the game. It is 19-0, but that doesn't disrespect what Michigan Tech has been able to do against them so far.
Michigan State still pressing hard, what they love to do on defense, and Michigan Tech is not really responding well to it. Great defense there. Passed over to the elbow. Maxwell surveying, trying to find her shooter. She gets it, and that one just rattles off the back. Ella Mason probably got the best shot so far for the Huskies. Not able to get it to go. Brown in and good. Jalen Brown, the transfer from Arizona State, gets her first points of the season.
Really nice to see these transfer students and freshmen out on the court right now for Michigan State.
Open shot there for Zelkowski, but not able to get it to fall. Pass over to the corner again for three. No good. Mariah Dykstra not able to connect. She averages over 30% on the season. Over to the high corner. Great defense there by Jones, the transfer. Drive in and one. Kendall Stanfest from Elk Rapids, Michigan's able to put points on the board for Michigan Tech.
We talked a little bit about Kendall Stanfest in our open earlier, and she broke the school record last season for Michigan Tech, recording 9 for 9 versus Lake Superior State on February 15th for the best field goal percentage in a game, which is extremely impressive.
Had a great impact as a freshman. She's only a sophomore at these statistics. She's going to be a great player for Michigan Tech. Shot is up, shot is good. 3-20, Michigan State puts some on the board. Coming back in is Theron Hallock. So far, she has had a great game.
We saw a little bit of a mix-up. Head coach Robin Freilich definitely trying to mix up the roster a little bit on the court, try to see what works. That's kind of the purpose of these exhibition games. So we saw a lot of new players on the court previously.
7 new players for Michigan State. Looks like they're doing just fine as another three is hit by Hallock. What a great offensive day Hallock has had so far. She currently has, in just 5 minutes, 11 points. They keep trying to put it up, nothing good, and on the fast break, Dykstra missed the first one. Hallock tried to get 2 more.
Little bit of a fight going on, but take a look at that steal by Theron Hallock, and there they go, but they were unable to finish it, which is not really common from this Michigan State team.
Something very off-brand for them. Inserting it here is Hallock. Finds the back of the defender, puts it up, gets fouled. To take another look at that, what a heads-up play there by Hallock.
Hallock's been drawing a lot of fouls today. Definitely has added on to her free throw resume.
Just throws it off the back of Stanfest. No one was quite open on that inbound play, but she's gonna get 2 shots here. So far, perfect from the free throw line, and she gets another one to fall. Michigan State shooting over 50% from field goal. They're almost perfect with just 1 missed free throw so far.
Very impressive. We're seeing a lot of work on that, as free throws were a strong suit, but definitely has been more improved, as we can see here today.
This Michigan Tech team is just not able to get past this full pressure. Inbounds the ball, looks like they're gonna have a free run at the basket. as she gets fouled on the court. That's wide pitch. You got the inbound. Working over on Abby Kimball is going to get the foul. 2 minutes, 15 seconds left to go in this quarter. Michigan State 3-26.
Wide pitch, another player for Michigan Tech that has had a perfect game in the field. 77 against Saginaw on January 16th.
What a great pass to Van Sluten. She puts it up, gets fouled hard. Michigan State just running down the court, able to find an open lady on the block. Gets 2 shots here.
Drawing fouls is really good for Michigan State to keep on doing. 3 points, when you get to the free throw line, they're almost perfect, like you mentioned. And let's see if Van Sluten will be able to keep that up and keep that momentum going for this Spartan squad.
With just a tick over 2 minutes to go left in this quarter, Michigan State looking to extend their lead. 4 points for Van Sluten, 1 for 2. We kind of expected a little bit bigger of a game from her, didn't we?
Definitely agree. But what we're seeing is that head coach Robin Freilich is changing up who is on that court today. So she hasn't seen much court time, but I wasn't surprised to see that. I expected a little bit of a switch up.
Just trying to build some chemistry between these 7 new faces. 4 of them coming through the transfer portal, 3 of them recruits. Almost taken away yet again. Michigan State looking to start trapping. As from downtown, it's good. Ella Mason with 3.
Ella Mason only shot 15% from the 3 line last year, so that was critical for her. Really good to see that, especially against a high caliber team like Michigan State.
Over to the corner, swung back around, nothing going. Shadna Jones finds Van Sluten over on the post. She gets double teamed. Back out for 3, Rashadna Jones makes it in. 6-31 in favor of Michigan State. This pedal to the metal here in the Breslin Center. Taken away, Shoemate on the way, gets 2.
Really good to see something out of Shoemate. Was another really critical player in last year's squad. Big reason on why they made it into the tournament, even though they fell in the 2nd round. So it's really good to see her back out in the court today.
Yet another steal by Michigan State as Van Sluten puts in the 2nd chance opportunity. Michigan Tech looking to do something subbing-wise as they're pretty down 35-6. Michigan State on a 7-0 run in just the last 30 seconds.
Michigan State just rallying up those points left and right.
Most of them on the turnover. They forced 22 turnovers a game last year at least. Looks like they can do quite the same again. Michigan State just bringing it up past half court. They trap again. Blair with the steal. She's going to go in and get 2 and 1.
What we're seeing right now is that last year Michigan State has built their defensive credibility, and when you're seeing what they're doing right now, they're bringing their full court energy with every single possession, and their defense is just exploding. And that's getting a lot of these points because they're forcing those turnovers.
Look at the little shimmy there by Blair, celebrating that and 1. She's going to be able to convert it. Michigan State dominating so far. Pass in, Michigan Tech still not able to really get the ball past half court or get any good looks. Even when they're due, they're shooting just over 17%. Michigan State gets another turnover. 8 turnovers so far for Michigan Tech. Something they're going to try to look up and change at the end of this quarter.
The turnover ratio is pretty big compared to the 2 teams. Michigan State's only had 2 turnovers, while Michigan Tech is up to 9. But that's what Michigan State has been thriving off of, and Michigan Tech will really need to improve on in this next quarter.
Shot clock expired, 10 seconds to try to put something up. They're going to wait until about 7 seconds to go as Jones brings it to the high corner. Shot by Blair from way downtown, no good. At the end of 1, Michigan State 38, Michigan Tech 6. What is Michigan Tech going to look for in the end of this, talking it over?
Definitely want to improve on the turnover rate.